Hi there. And Merry. It's Christmas Eve, and I'm going to enjoy it. And I'm going to keep it light today. Very happy to have you all here. I hope you can hear me okay. I can hear me now. Can I hear me now? Anyway, today's going to be just a fun day. We're going to make some lists. We're going to check them twice. And thank you, Retro Veteran Gamer, for being extra nice. Thank you for sponsoring the show. That was quite timely. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas from Retro Veteran Gamer. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you for sponsoring the show. Also, thank you, Tazzy, who, oops, hang on a second here. I got to fix this. What happened? There we go. Tazzy, as you saw, did a donation overnight, and that makes Tazzy...
You are the new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor
so
of the day.
For doing that. And Tazzy's message is, "G'day, P-Dawg." That's my best Australian accent. It's just terrible. "G'day, P-Dawg. Wishing you and Lady Boomer and the whole family a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thanks for another year of great content. Always the best, and cheers, mate." And that's from Tazzy. Thank you, Tazzy. I know you're not listening right now, but I know you listen to the replays. And Richo, please don't yell at me for butchering an Australian accent. I don't do Australian very well. So anyway, so it's I have a few articles kind of pseudo Christmas related, not really. They're just current news, and then we're gonna make some lists. We're gonna decide some things, maybe best things about Christmas. We'll decide maybe top 5 best Christmas songs, or that you love. Top 5 worst Christmas songs that you can't stand hearing. Maybe we'll do Christmas movies, Christmas foods, Christmas drinks. We're gonna do all kinds of Christmas stuff today because it's gonna be a fun day. Yes, I know my Aussie accent sucks. Crikey. I don't know. I have to hear somebody from Australia speaking before I can actually do it. I can't get it going. So anyway, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to have some fun. So, let's, how about we play the intro? Johnny, play the intro.
Ding dong, 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 ding dong.
Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. Ding dong, ding dong, that is the song. Ding, drove a ring, dong, caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound. All hail and ding, telling their tales. Gaily they ring, while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Merry, 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 merry Christmas song. Merry, joyful, merry Christmas. On this end, dawn without end. Their joyful tone to every home. Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. Ding dong, ding dong, that is the song. Ding, drove a ring, dong, caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound. All hail and ding, telling their tone. Gaily they ring, while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Merry, 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 merry Christmas song. Merry, joyful, merry Christmas. On this end, dawn without end, their joyful tone to every home. On this end, dawn without end, their joyful tone to every home. Ding dong, ding dong, dong.
Ding president, ding president, ding president, ding president. I gotta run, I gotta run, I gotta run, I gotta run. I woke up from a king, I make little bumpers, swear on paper. Do you want an apple pie with that? Do you want an apple pie with that? Ding president, ding president, ding president, ding president. Ding. Fries are done. What? Look, I'm standing out here in the cold. You guys are all inside. I'm out here freezing my, you know what, off. Really? Alright. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
I'm out here freezing my butt off, y'all. Look at me like I'm ready to go in. They got it.
Oh, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, Dawg Knight.
All right, stop the music. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty, also known as PDawgKnight on the internet. And welcome back to the Dawg Knight Channel. Merry Christmas to all of you, and to all a good morning, because for me it's morning, but also good night. Also, real quick, thank you, Cigar Chomping Penguin, with the 10 spot in YouTube Super Chats, who says, greetings and beatings from the highways between St. Louis and Omaha. Wishing you and Lady Boomer a Merry Christmas. Best Xmas songs and the Chimney Song by Bob Rivers and St. Stephen's Day Murders. Okay, I'm not sure about that. We'll get into that. It'll be on the list though. We'll put it on the list for definitely. And thank you for sponsoring the show. It's fantastic to have you all here. I hope you're all ready for Christmas. Although isn't it already Christmas in Straya, Richo? Yeah, I mean it already is. So and I see you said you'd like to see one white Christmas. Hey, come and visit. We'll make sure. It's a lot easier to have a white Christmas when you're in Minnesota. So we'll leave the light on. You let me know. And anyway, so like I said, we're just gonna have fun today. I mean, I have a couple articles, but really, we'll just shoot the breeze in the chat, and I was going to open up spaces in the microphone. I suppose I could still do that. But yeah, this is just going to be a fun show with a couple news items. You know, there's a whole lot going on. I mean, the Potter trial's over and she got the shaft, and I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. The Candace Owens interviewed Donald Trump and all this stuff, but I just want to keep it light today. You know, let's have some fun. You know, there's a couple things that are kind of crispy. You know what I'll do? We'll go down through a list of headlines from one of my aggregators, because there's some things we might want to talk about them, but we'll see. But like I said, today's just a day we'll have fun. I don't have a time limit because I don't have to be at my other gig today. I don't work at my day job. So we're just going to chill and have fun and do whatever. But as always, first, I want to say good morning to the chat. I think I will open an open mic today, and we might even. And you know what? I thought too, this would be a good day to have a sing along. we'll when we choose some Christmas songs, maybe we'll sing along to some of them too. So I won't have this one definitely will not be monetized, because I'll break out some karaoke background music on YouTube, and we'll just have sing along. We can sing Christmas songs together. If you know, that's everything except for one that if you mention it, we are not even touching it because I can't stand hearing it. And you'll learn that later today too. Anyway, let's say good morning to everybody. Oh, I didn't tweet the show out. What am I doing? Oh my gosh, did somebody already do this? I'm going to retweet. Thank you, Somnambule Nation. I'm going to retweet you. And it's okay. We're going to retweet that. And then what else can I do here? Gosh darn it, I forgot all about that. You know what I'll do? I'll do it this way. Here we go. I'm going to put your tweet on all my other media too. Because, oh, by the way, I will have that that version of Carol the Bells that I made a couple years ago. That will be in the links today, just so you know. Everything we put on the show, if it's on a different site or whatever, it'll be in the link. So I'll have that one bookmarked in the link. That's on my Marty's Big Journey channel, and I get a kick out of that. I've been arranging 2 more Christmas songs that I've been meaning to record, and every year I waste this time not doing it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to record them over the summer, and then to make the videos for them, you know, just before Christmas. But it's like you get caught up in so many things, and especially this year, my December was just not the greatest December you could have. So I'm happy just that I have that Old Faithful to put out there every year. And I hope you enjoyed it. I had so much fun making that video that it makes me want to make more like that, more more the For Marty's videos, of not necessarily just a Christmas music either, just of all kinds of stuff. So working on that for future years. It'll be fun. So, all right. Somnambule Nation, thank you. I have used your your tweet to populate the all my other social media. So thank you for putting out the show. That's and oh, by the way, you get the bell because you were here first. Thank you so much. I just realized that too. Also, good morning, actually, not just good morning, but Merry Christmas to you. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, I'm still going to say Merry Christmas to you because enjoy. I'm wishing you happiness on my holiday and your holiday too. Anyway, also good morning, Gunfox61, Mike Savage, Blarg. Also good morning and Merry Christmas to Avocados Diablo, the Devil's Advocate. Select the boys in the house. Oops, what the heck?
Yeah,
there we go,
boy.
Also, there's a happy Festivus for Ms. Sad Song, and welcome back. Have you been here before? I haven't seen that name here before, but welcome, definitely. Also, good morning to the Asian Research Directorate, Retro Veteran Gamer, let's see, Richo, my friend from Down Under, Mass Creations Broadcast, Kessler's in the house, hello there, Merry Christmas. Also, the Pissed Off Shih Tzu, by the way, this morning I was watching A Monkey in the Morning, and I feel your melancholy, Pissed Off Shih Tzu, because as you know, I lost my mother 2 weeks ago, and it's I understand what you go through with this, and I remember when my father-in-law passed, and we had the first Christmas without him, and we spent every Christmas with my father-in-law because he was in bad health for the last several years, and then we would, I understand that, and hopefully we can bring some joy to your day, and I know that with my son and my daughter coming by and their significant others and other friends and family tonight, hopefully, for me, that's going to make a big difference, and also having you guys here today, makes my day every day. So thanks for all of you who are here, and the best wishes to you, Pissed Off Shih Tzu. And then I think that's everybody. Did I miss anybody? I possibly did. There's 18 in the house, 10 likes. Hit the like button whenever you get a chance, and share the stream. Oh, there's some people I missed. Oh, okay, a whole bunch of people I missed there. That this thing's jumped. So let me fix that real quick. Also, good morning to the Cigar Chomping Penguin. Good morning, Jonathan Peterson, Scotty Dubs. Welcome back. Nice to see you. Also, Thomas Cleaver. Kapow! And Merry Christmas to you. And Tyre Alexander. And who else is here? I guess, yeah, this thing jumped big time. So, no, those of you who I missed earlier are not jumping. Oh, my favorite Canadian, Jaeger Ponies in the house. Nice to see you. And there you go. Jada Clay also. So, anyway, and Jesse Leon, Merry Christmas. So I'm so glad you're on. No, I didn't miss you. See, Thomas, you got to remember, you hear me, or maybe don't type so fast, because you hear me about 30 to 40 seconds after I talk, and I realized it right away. So, also, good morning, Legit Low Talker. Nice to see you. So, and don't call me butthole. Even if you're mad at me, don't call me butthole. Okay? Gosh. Anyway, so, glad to have you all here. Merry Christmas. Cheers. I do have my cup of reparations in the No Coffee, No Mary cup. And there we go. All right. So, like I said, I have a couple stories that I can put up. I gotta set up an open mic too. Hang on here. I'm a little discombobulated today. In my home, we do Christmas Eve at my house, and I always make a big old giant pot of chili. But I don't have all of my senses back yet from my days with from the coop a year ago. And so it's kind of hard to taste. So I have had to taste test a bunch of chili this morning, and then I didn't get everything I wanted to get done. So, but I am going to set up a open mic page, and I'll probably open up in fact, I think I have an open mic page already set up. Yes, I do. Good. it's Mr. Butthole to you. There we go. Unmute and enter that studio. All right, so I will have an open mic link. If you want to jump in and say anything on screen, I will have let's do one of these here. Here we go. Open mic link, which will be pinned at the top. I'll probably put it on a bot here. There we goes that. And let's see, do I have a dashboard open? Let me open a dashboard. We'll put it in the dashboard so it pops up in the chat too. So, one question I have for all of you is, what is your favorite, well, let's just start our list today. What's your favorite Christmas tradition that you do every year? And ours is, in my family, it's Christmas Eve at our house. We do heavy appetizers, and I make a giant pot of chili on Christmas Eve, and we invite all our friends and family over. And we've done that because over the last several years, between my son and my daughter, they have significant others, and so we do either Christmas gifts Christmas Eve night. Although we've always done this, but other family and friends that spend time with their families, we can invite more of them over if we do it on Christmas Eve. So he's always done that, and then we get up and open presents in Christmas morning, and then we used to drive to Omaha to spend time with my mother and my family there. And so, but over the last few years, my mother hasn't been able to, has been a little less able to do that. And plus, as our kids got older and they started having significant others, they would always go see their significant others' families too. So it worked out because it's always been a big thing, Christmas Eve at our house. And it usually precludes me from having to make a giant meal for Christmas, since I always do one for Thanksgiving. So, but yeah, so I do have the big old Christmas pot of chili on the stove right now. It's already been simmering for about 12 hours, and all those spices get right up into all that meat, and it's good, man. I love making chili. So anyway, let's see. Got to go back to work. Just came by to say hi and like. Thank you, JD Clay. Well, I appreciate you dropping by, and Merry Christmas to you. All right, so let's see. That bot's going. Now, let's see. I want to open a Spaces too, but we'll figure it out. Anyway, all right. Let's. I do have a couple news stories. We're not gonna spend a whole lot of time on news today, but interesting. I don't know if you saw the President of the United States, it was sort of his Christmas message, right? And it was a little bit bleak, at least the part that he was, he had this meeting and decided to do this crazy Christmas message, right? And it's craziness. Oh, real quick. Thank you, Thomas Cleaver. And let's see. Oh, wow. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. It says, the donation on Streamlabs, thank you for sponsoring the show. He says, I don't know, dog. I was hovering over the F, T, and G keys. Kapow! 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 Is that what you're going to do, the F, T, G keys? Kapow, kapow, kapow. Okay, there you go. And Merry Christmas. Well, thank you very much, Thomas Cleaver. I greatly appreciate you. See, before you got to wait like 30 to 45 seconds, or you're going to say something like, call me a butthole, and then I'll be very upset with you. So, but thank you very much. That donation very much made up for it. I appreciate it. Also, good morning, Colleen Bernier. Good morning, Snoopy. Nice to have you in the show. I don't know if anyone else has jumped in, but I'll figure it out if you're here. So let's talk about the President of the United States and a Christmas message. Now, there's an article here, and then I'll show you the actual message they're talking about, because it's not your typical Christmas message from a president of the United States. You know what I'm saying? So, I should move this too so that I can move this so I can see it. Let me move this, my open mic thing, so I know if anyone jumps in. Let me just put this over here on this screen. That'll make it easier for me to deal with. And we'll minimize it and put it over here behind there. There we go. Now I can see if anyone is waiting for the open mic. So there's this article in American Greatness about this, which is right here. And it's with malice for all is the title of the article. Biden's Christmas message is the most ahistorical and antagonistic message of its kind, for it is without clarity or kindness. Now, I went and clicked the link to see the message they're talking about. When it becomes necessary for a leader to relinquish trust in order to restore it and devote himself to the duties of his office by not seeking another term in office, a leader honors the people. We have Joe Biden instead, who has malice toward 1/3 or more of the American people. To the unvaccinated, he forecasts a winter of severe illness and death. He damns the living, libeling them with the blood of innocents days before the birthday of the Nazarene, whose blood cleanses us all from sin. This is Joe Biden's Christmas message. The message is from a Catholic who speaks like a Calvinist, adjudging others, grouping together over 100 million Americans to eternal death. The message is that the sick are wicked, and healing the wicked is a sin, because those who would overwhelm hospitals deserve to die. The message from the Roosevelt Room of the White House betrays both Roosevelts, contradicting Teddy Roosevelt's definition of patriotism, that it is unpatriotic to oppose a president who fails in his duty, and FDR's prayer for peace on earth and goodwill towards men. Biden's message is the most ahistorical and antagonistic message of its kind, for it is without charity or kindness, and yet it is the most authentic message of its kind, for Biden has no charity or kindness for fellow Americans. His message is also a tell that he cannot tell time, because no president with a sense of decency, no Catholic with the conscience of a Christian would deliver this message. No other president would offer nothing but fear and blood, or wear a mask while attempting to scare Americans to death. But Joe Biden is like no other president, just as his press secretary, Jen Psaki, is like no other spokesperson for the president. The latter is glib about everything from shortages to surging prices, dismaying a navy of cargo and container ships, the vessels lining the view outside the port of Los Angeles, as bearers of irrelevant goods, while blaming inflation on greed of the greed of those who sell goods and services. The former, as for the former, we should be so lucky. As a former president, safe in his basement and secure in the benefits of the former president's act, every day can be Christmas Day for Joe Biden. When that day comes, whether it comes on the night of November 5th, 2024, or on the afternoon of January 20th, 2025, that day will feel like Christmas. The day will mark the end for lectures and recriminations, bringing with it the greatest gift of all, a peaceful transfer of power. May we all live to see the day as God sees fit to give us that day, so we may no longer hide ourselves in daylight or be homebound for the remainder of our days or years. In the interim, as we build back better days, let us take time to mourn the dead and pray for the living. Let us be watchful, patient, and grateful. Merry Christmas to all. Now, if you're wondering about that Christmas message, I'm going to play it for you, because it is It is something to behold. Here, let's see. Let me find it here. Biden's Christmas message right here. Here we go. If you haven't seen this, please prepare yourself. Okay, here it is.
As I have a direct message to the American people, and tomorrow the team is going to be on television and talking in more detail about what I'm going to be speaking about today. But I want to send a direct message to the American people. Due to the steps we've taken, Omicron has not yet spread as fast as it would have otherwise done, and that's happening in Europe. But it's here now, and it's spreading, and it's going to increase. For unvaccinated, we are looking at a winter of severe illness and death for unvaccinated. For themselves, their families, and the hospitals they'll soon overwhelm. But there's good news. If you're vaccinated.
Wait a minute. Hold up. That wasn't the good news? Oh my gosh, this guy.
You have your booster shot, you're protected from severe illness and death. Period. Number 2,
Wow.
booster shots work. 3, boosters are free, safe, and convenient. About 60 million people have been boosted. So go get your shot today. Go get boosted if you had your first 2 shots. If you haven't, go get your first shot. It's time. It's past time. And we're going to protect our economic recovery if we do this. We're going to keep schools and businesses open if we do this.
So, his mask is over his nose. It's just the way it's shaped that looks like it's not. But the problem is he keeps fiddling with it while he's talking. So he keeps pulling it, around, and so it doesn't matter. Yeah, the message is
And I want to see everyone around
you're all going to
enjoy
die.
that.
If you don't do what I tell you to do.
Enjoy the fact that they're able to be in school, the businesses are open, and the holidays are coming.
So there you go. That inspiring message from Joe Biden. It's just incredible. All right, let's see. What else do I have here? Oh, there's a couple here things here that I'm not going to actually show you, but there's one article called Christmas Lights or Holiday Lights. We'll do the beginning of it. This is on Front Page Magazine, which is it's an interesting publication. Anyway, Christmas lights are holiday lights. The woke's vocabulary is a weapon in their culture war. I never had kids, and when I look at Facebook friends' photos of their own, I realize that that's probably a good thing. I'm a graduate of the School of Hard Knocks. Now, I do have kids. This is the writer saying that. I know how tough, I'm a graduate of the School of Hard Knocks. I know how tough life can be. Children's dewy, defenseless skin, their huge eyes, and the easy pleasure as they take in puppies, dandelions, and bubbles break my heart. As a parent, I'd be racked by anxiety. The other day, a grandchild photo, rather than making my palms sweat, brought forth for me a rare and hopeful smile. The tow-headed toddler's cherubic face, listen to me, cherubic face, unblemished by time or woe, was illuminated by a white glow. He was holding in his 2 hands something he'd likely never encountered so closely before. A string of Christmas tree lights. The anxiety I usually feel when exposed to photos of children was replaced by the promise and joy and hope voiced by Luke's gospel. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone around about them. Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. Yes, the boy in the Facebook photo, like all children armed with only limited intelligence and resilience, will naively march into a world booby-trapped with threats and disappointments. Yes, he will be rejected in love, fail tests, not be picked for a team or the school play or the plum job. He will one day, thanks to a speeding car or meteor, a tired heart, or some as yet unimagined pathogen, die. This is kind of gloomy. Real quick. Thank you, Thomas Cleaver. It says, unfortunately, that's a pig of an address to type from the screen. Temporarily wench, por favor. trying to send a song to an Aussie. Well, let's do this. Can I do it? Do I get to open this? Pause. Oh. Okay. Oh, shoot. What? All right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to attempt to. Oh, I see what I can do. I'm going to put. Okay, it's just a link to it's just a Dropbox link, and I will. Oh, shoot. What did I just do there? I'm going to. Let's see if I can do this for you. Well, this is the link. There you go. I can put it in the chat. All right, there you go. All right. Anyway, back to this article. Oh shoot, wrong one. Oh no, what happened? Did I accidentally close that? No, there it is. Okay. Many belief systems insist that we humans resign ourselves. Death is the end of the story. What was the point of it all? Life's only point is the pleasure you manage to enjoy, however briefly. For Christians, suffering is never permanent. Death is not the end, and mere pleasure is not life's telos, or meaning. Those Christmas tree lights shining in the darkness of night are a material symbol of that light that transforms human lives. I know most people are not Christians, and I know that others draw forth hope and strength from a variety of wells, from work to family to friends to art. I respect those paths. I offer this meditation on Christmas lights because we are in the midst of a culture war. Our woke overlords would like to denigrate and then erase Western civilization and replace it with a woke utopia. Before we surrender to Western civilization, it is important to understand it and one of its three foundations. Whether we are atheists or believers, we arm ourselves in the culture war if we educate ourselves about the ancient Greeks, the Enlightenment, and the Judeo-Christian tradition, even in so small a manifestation as Christmas tree lights. Light is a symbol for God found throughout the Old and New Testaments. The people that walked into the darkness have seen a great light, that they dwell in the land of the shadow of death. Upon them hath the light shined, writes Isaiah. In Genesis, God creates light before he creates the sun. Light as a concept is not just the sun as a source of light is privileged in Genesis. The most eloquent equation of God with light appears in the first chapter of the Gospel of John. Here God is light. God is also the Word. In the Greek original, John uses the term logos, or for word. We encounter logos in biology, the study of life, and cosmology, the study of the cosmos. The PBS series Faith and Reason define logos as a principle originated in classic Greek thought, which refers to a universal divine reason immanent in nature, yet transcending all opposition and imperfections in the cosmos and humanity. An eternal and unchanging truth present from the time of creation, available to every individual who seeks it. A unifying and liberating revelatory force which reconciles the human with the divine, manifested in the Word as an act of God's love in the form of the Christ. John writes of God's logos as light. In the beginning, it was the Word. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Through him all things were made, and without him nothing was made that has been made. In him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. And that, in short, is why Christians make use of light at Christmas. Light symbolizes God's incarnation on earth as a human light come to mankind. I smiled at the toddler holding his first string of Christmas lights because, rather than feeling my usual anxiety, I felt confident for him. I believe that faith strengthens believers, as described in one of Paul's letter. Put on the full armor of God, Paul writes. He clearly is speaking metaphorically. At the time, Christians were persecuted unto death. Paul was not encouraging his readers physically to fight the Roman Empire. Our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the spiritual forces of evil. When the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground with your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. When I gazed at that barefoot toddler in his adorable little boy pajama set holding Christmas tree lights in his hand, I did not see a defenseless creature at the threshold of his veil of tears. I saw a human being armed with light in darkness and logos in an irrational world. I saw a boy gripping a material symbol for the full armor of God. You know what? I'm gonna stop there because I forgot how long this article is, and it kind of gets into how certain entities want to kind of take us away from that kind of stuff. But it is a great article. I probably shouldn't have started because it's way too long, and I'd rather pay attention to the chat. So anyway, hey, Campbell's in the house. Hey, Renee Mayette. And good morning to you both. And anyone else show up? Okay, good. All right, this is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to have fun today, and I understand. In fact, you know what? We're going to scrap the articles. I do have to get to this. There's a couple things that I need to get to. So let me find them because there's two. Where's the one? Okay, there's two articles. We have our Lump of Coal Awards and our Lie of the Year, which we're going to get to those, and then we're going to start asking questions and making lists. We're making our own list. We're not going to check them twice. We're probably going to check them once, or we'll make lists and then we'll decide the top thing in each of those lists through polls that I make on Twitter that are random and very unscientific. But this is one of the articles. This is because the January 6th edition of Lump of Coal Awards for 2021 by Julie Kelly, who's been really riding up a storm based on all of these events and things that are going on. Between her and the Revolver, is it Revolver? I think that's doing all the articles on it. There's just some things that you go, So anyway, this article called Lump of Coal, the Lump of Coal Awards 2021, January 6th edition. Let me center this a little bit better. There we go. Aside from the pandemic, no other issue has dominated the daily news cycle and collective fixation of the ruling class more than the alleged insurrection on January 6, 2020. The events of that day were a gift to the Biden regime and the Democratic Party, which should instantly disabuse anyone of the notion that the Capitol protest was legitimately an organic uprising instead of an inside job orchestrated by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser, and the FBI, just to name a few accomplices. Getting spicy on this one already. Since then, every lever of government power in Washington, D.C. has been wielded in a vengeful way against American citizens who dared to protest the rigged 2020 presidential election. The conduct of those in charge has exposed the moral depravity of the people who populate the power center of the world's greatest country, showing a stark chasm between inherent goodness and decency of the American people and the sadistic ghouls who called the shots from the Beltway. The people on this list deserve far greater punishment than a lump of coal, and this list could be much longer, but since it's the Christmas season and all, I'll be charitable. This year's naughty list, January 6th version. On the top of that list, Attorney General Merrick Garland. It's hard to see how Garland could do more damage as a Supreme Court justice than what he's doing now as the nation's top lawyer. In all honesty, Garland is more like Biden or Robert Mueller, a grandfatherly disguise to conceal the sinister actor behind the scenes. And it's actually Lisa Monaco, his deputy, who's in charge. But Garland has the title, so he deserves the lumps. And the top of this list, the former D.C. Circuit Court judge is overseeing the largest criminal investigation in Justice Department history related to January 6th, shamelessly comparing the most nonviolent protest that day, or the mostly nonviolent protest that day, to the 1995 Oklahoma City bombing. Yeah, remember when he did that? What a jagoff. Which resulted in the murder of 168 innocent Americans, including more than a dozen children under the age of 5. Garland has unleashed a ruthless line of prosecutors to ruin the lives of 700 Americans and counting. His office has sought pretrial detention in at least 100 cases, successfully convincing D.C. District Court judges to deny bail to alleged insurrectionists, including several not accused of committing any violent crime. At the same time, Garland announced he will not force thousands of convicted criminals released to home detention under emergency pandemic rules to return to prison. So he let them, he lets all these people out, and then they don't have to return to prison, but he's keeping the January 6 people in prison. Go figure. Thank you, Jen T, with a Canadian, I'll just say a Canadian 5 spot. Who says, Merry Christmas, P-Dawg. Well, Merry Christmas to you, and thank you for sponsoring the show. Greatly appreciate it. More than 14 hours of surveillance video captured by Capitol security cameras is highly sensitive government material, according to Garland. His office insists the footage must remain concealed from the American public. Garland's prosecutors are bastardizing a vague obstruction statute to criminalize political dissent and turn January 6 trespassers into convicted felons. When confronted by Representative Tom Massey, Republican of Kentucky, to disclose how many undercover federal agents participated in January 6th, Garland acted confused by the question, then refused to answer. He probably pretended he didn't hear the question. The Justice Department is working in tandem with the House Democrats and the January 6th Select Committee. Last month, Garland charged Steve Bannon, a one-time Trump confidant and influencer on the right, with 2 counts of contempt of Congress after Bannon refused to comply with committee subpoenas. Other Trump allies, including former Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, could face similar charges. No other attorney general, including Eric Holder in recent memory, has been as openly vindictive, partisan, dishonest, and hostile to the equal application of the law than Merrick Garland. Next up is FBI Director Christopher Wray, one of Trump's worst appointments, and that's saying a lot. Chris Wray continues to use his unchecked power to target Republicans. In March, Wray designated January 6th as an act of domestic terror, except they've got other issues, which unleashed the full force of law enforcement against suspected domestic terrorists involved in the protest, even those accused of low-level offenses such as obstruction or, my personal favorite, parading in the Capitol building, an activity considered a constitutional right until January 6. In nearly a year, Wray's FBI has conducted a campaign of terror against American citizens across the country. Families have awakened to pre-dawn FBI raids, complete with dozens of armed agents and armored vehicles, including trucks equipped with battering rams to knock down front doors. Agents have interrogated suspects without a lawyer present, refused to present search warrants when asked, and confiscated personal items that have no relevance to what happened on January 6th. Wray's FBI has issued geofence warrants to collect cell phone data on anyone in the nation's capital on January 6th, an egregious privacy violation. FBI investigators have subpoenaed tech companies to retrieve deleted social media posts, text messages, and other personal information. At the same time, Wray refused to disclose how many FBI informants were deployed by his office before and during January 6th. In September, the New York Times confirmed at least 2 confidential sources were embedded in the Proud Boys, a militia group Wray considers a domestic terror threat, months before the Capitol protest. So now I have a problem with them calling the Proud Boys a militia too, but nobody really understands what the Proud Boys really is. But it's getting annoying to me. The FBI's Twitter account routinely posts photos of its most wanted suspects related to January 6th, and he still hasn't caught the alleged pipe bomber who set explosive devices outside the headquarters of the Republican National Committee and the Democratic National Committee on January 5th. Well, he also hasn't reeled in that guy that was kind of leading the charge as far as getting people, we need to go in the white, we need to go inside, we need to go inside. That guy, remember him? I can't remember his name. Also on the naughty list is the DC District Court. Justice is not blind before the judges sitting on one of the most powerful courts in the country. Every judge, whether appointed by Trump or Obama or Reagan, is playing along with the Justice Department's abusive prosecution of capital defendants. Judges routinely describe January 6th as a riot or an insurrection. The presumption of innocence has been torched as judges turn pretrial detention or hearings into ex parte trials where protesters have no chance to defend themselves against biased judges carrying out the regime's commands. Each judge has signed off on at least one pretrial detention order, sending even non-violent offenders to languish in the D.C. gulag. At the same time, the same judges push trial dates into the middle of next year, repeatedly excluding time from a speedy trial clock, which is 70 days, and tolerating the government's lengthy delays in discovering and Brady rule obligations. Now that's the worst part. So the federal government has this, I don't know if it's a written rule, I don't know, maybe, but they're supposed to have, any federal trial has to be within 70 days. And so the judges are just, they're signing off on these postponements on each of these. So what is that? Oh, that's my virus protection. Is that? Yeah, I don't care. So anyway, Chief Judge Beryl Howell actually scolded the Justice Department for going too light on January 6th. Going too light on January 6th defense. You know what's funny about that? Well, anyway, for not recommending harsher sentences and by lowballing damage estimates. Apparently, this judge wants them all in jail. Judge Tanya Chutkin, an Obama appointee, has sentenced trespassers to jail time, even in cases where prosecutors have recommended home detention. The entire bench is a national disgrace. Also, another on the list, United States Capitol Police. Far from being friendly mall cop types who monitor the metal detectors or help tourists find their way, the Capitol Police, for the most part, acted like stormtroopers on January 6th. Capitol Police joined D.C. Metro cops in attacking crowds of peaceful protesters assembled outside the building early that afternoon, dousing people with tear gas, launching pepper balls, and standing by as D.C. Metro cops deployed flashbangs and sting balls filled with rubber bullets. What? That didn't sound right. And this jumped on me too, so that doesn't help. Hundreds of protesters were let in to the building by Capitol Police officers at different vantage points, setting them up for trespassing charges weeks and months later. U.S. Capitol Police Lieutenant Michael Byrd shot and killed Ashley Babbitt, an unarmed veteran female, at near point-blank range. Unlike every other police officer involved in a fatal shooting, however, Byrd's identity was concealed for months. Capitol Police refused to disclose his name and later exonerated him of any wrongdoing. And then U.S. Capitol Police initiated the lie that Officer Brian Sicknick died after he was attacked by protesters on January 6th. Even after the D.C. coroner concluded that Sicknick died of natural causes, Capitol Police to this day continue to lie that Sicknick was killed in the line of duty. Democrats, at a time when police departments around the country are falling victim to the defund the police movement, rewarded the U.S. Capitol Police this year with a nearly $2 billion budget boost. Now Democrats want to open satellite U.S. Capitol Police offices in other states, far exceeding the agency's authority. Now, one thing we're crazy about that too, supposedly the U.S. Capitol Police are one of the very rare government entities that are not subject to subpoena power. I don't know how that works, but that is crazy. And now they want to open offices in other states. And then finally, some other worthy recipients. D.C. Department of Corrections for torturing January 6 detainees. Representative Benny Thompson, Democrat Mississippi. Liz Cheney, Representative Republican of Wyoming. And Adam Kinzinger, Republican of Illinois. For their mere existence, congressional Republicans refusing to speak against this travesty of justice, and Donald Trump for not using his platform routinely to defend the supporters now vilified as insurrectionists. So anyway, that's her list. And then the lie of the year from Joseph Raheem Biden, as some of us call him, that more than 400,000 Americans have died from COVID since President Joe Biden took office. Biden achieved a grim milestone despite repeatedly telling American people that electing him as president was the only way to shut down the virus. Remember that? Remember that? He's going to shut down the virus, right? That turned out to be an egregious lie. I will shut down the virus. Oh, they rate the claim for Clintons as the lie of the year for 2021. Anyway, that's kind of humorous. All right, gang. Here, let's just. I'm reeling here. Anyway, so let's just get into the part of the show that I wanted to do today, where we just kind of have some fun. Also, by the way, we do have open mic. I see Richo in the queue here, so you will be up next. But as we have a little conversation with Richo here on this lovely Christmas Eve, how about we do this? We will. The first question, things to put in the chat, is let's go with food. Favorite food that you traditionally eat at Christmas. And while you guys are thinking about that, I am going to add Richo to the stream. So here we go. Good morning, sir.
Merry Christmas, mate. How are you?
Well, it's really early morning for you, though, right?
Yeah, it's 2:30 in the morning.
3:30
Just
in the morning.
gone Christmas my time.
Oh, so you're just finishing up. You're just shutting down then.
Oh yeah. Well, I was meant to go. I worked till about 11:30 tonight, and I was meant to go out for Christmas drinks, but I just couldn't be bothered tonight. So I said, "No, I'm going home."
Okay, well,
And I was like, "Hang on, Marty will be on. I'll go and check out Marty."
well, thank you so much, and Merry Christmas to you too. How are things?
Very well, mate. It's actually not hot this year. It's only meant to be 30 today. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Probably about I don't know, 90 degrees. So it's not that hot for a Christmas day.
That's way up there in Fahrenheit.
Sometimes we get up to like 120 degrees on Christmas Day, but no, not this year.
Well, because it's basically summer for you down there, right?
Yeah, definitely summer. Yeah. We're into our first month of summer. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're in winter. So,
And you were talking about Christmas foods. My favorite is my mum's very old school, and like my grandmother, they're really old English stock, even though we've been here for like 150 years. But on our Christmas Day, even on a hot sporting day, they cook like a turkey, roast pork, and old traditional Christmas like you guys would have in winter.
okay.
But when it's so hot here, sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, I can't eat this. It's too fucking hot.
It's funny because I grew up. We like in my family, we did turkey at Christmas. We'd been turkey at Christmas and Thanksgiving. But lately, or at least over the last 10 years, it's always been a beef, like a ribeye roast or something like that.
Yeah. What a lot of Australians do now, they eat a lot of seafood on Christmas now because it's summer, obviously.
Sure.
And it's a bit cooler, if not cooler. The food's cooler, if you know what I mean. But yeah,
Okay.
that's getting bigger and bigger down here.
Okay.
And Peter, I have to say this, mate. I don't know. Maybe I'm just feeling a bit weird tonight. But I have to congratulate you. Oops. Oh, there you go, Chris.
Yeah, one moment there. Here, let me real quick. Thank you, Thomas
you're cool.
Cleaver. That's one of the alerts. Thank you, Thomas Cleaver. The Dropbox link was rubbish. Can you drop that one, please? Oh, because he's trying to send you.
Yeah, he's trying to send it to me, so I gave him my Facebook and everything. So if you can't figure that out, he is New Zealand, of course.
Well, it looks like he's.
It's actually 5 a.m. in the morning for him on Christmas morning, so he's in New Zealand.
Oh goodness! So he's trying to send you. Is this the?
Yeah. I told him that he's trying to send it in the chat, but it doesn't work if you send it in the chat without a link. If you haven't got a rinse or
Well, here you go. I'm putting it in right now.
Yeah. No worries, mate. I'll check it out soon, Thomas. Thanks, mate.
So it's a Christmas version of The House of the Rising Sun. I don't know what this is. I'll find out later. Let's. Anyway, so you were saying.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I have to thank you, man, because I come home late and sometimes I can't sleep, as you know, and you're always on at my time. It's either 11:30 in the winter or 1:30 in the morning in summer, and you're always on, and you give me so much pleasure to watch you, mate. I have to thank you for that.
Oh well, that is so kind of you. I really appreciate that. What is going on here? There's things popping up on my screen that's driving me crazy. How did that happen?
So what time do you get up on Christmas morning and get everything sorted?
Well, see, usually, like I said, we do Christmas Eve at our house, and it's appetizers and chili and just drinks and whatever. And so it used to be whenever my kids would wake up, like when they were little, especially, and it was inevitably they would wake up like 6:30 in the morning because they want to open presents, and we're all in bed, you're just stay to sleep, and then when you wake up, we'll open presents. But and then when they were really little, sometimes they wouldn't get up till 9 because we would not wake them up, But there were some years where they were like 6:05 a.m. and I'm like, I just went to bed 2 or 3 hours ago.
Have you noticed also as you get older, it's not that you don't care about Christmas, but the joy is not the same as when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Until you get your own kids, if you know what I mean.
Oh, sure, absolutely. Real quick, by the way, thank you, Thomas Cleaver, by the way, for donating the show again. So it's already Christmas Day for you though, right?
No, morning. It just went morning. It's 2:30 in the morning.
Right. Oh, so you're gonna so.
Yeah, I'll get up roughly 8. I'll get up in roughly 5 hours and then start my Christmas Day. Everyone comes over to my parents' house. We go to my parents' house and massive. We have about 20 people there. And,
nice.
And then we do that. And then if it's hot enough tonight, I don't know if it will be, but we'll go down to the beach later. Because we can do that in Australia. We can go to the beach, unlike you, mother.
Well, no, that's not true. I can absolutely go to the beach. I just have to take skates with me. Because, See, that's good. That's what I mean. That's what I said before.
Just once in my life, I'd like to see a white Christmas. Just once.
Yeah. But is there anywhere? And me being a geographic midget, is there anywhere when it does come winter?
You mean snow?
During our summer, it's July or whatever.
Yeah, there's a part in between. It's in between New South Wales and Victoria. I know you went with it's our 2 biggest states in terms of population, but there's a little part in the mountains there where it snows, and it's actually it's quite famous. I wouldn't say famous, but it's quite well known around the world, and that's where it snows.
Okay.
But for me, that's an 8-hour drive. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure, that's a long way. But there's no ski resorts.
There's resorts there, but I don't know how they stay open. But I do know they stay because I went there once, and they charge you a fortune. That's how they stay open.
Oh wow!
Where it doesn't snow much, they can charge you whatever they want, can't they? It's still cheaper than going overseas to see the snow, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, and yeah. So that now I need to get a Ski Australia shirt.
Ski Australia.
Well,
yeah. I actually think you were talking about traditions before, right? Here's one tradition we do. Okay. Obviously, we have lunch and everything, right? And then we go at the back and we play cricket. Yes, I know you Americans don't understand cricket. I know you don't. But we go at the back and play cricket for like an hour and a half. And we just waste away everything we just ate, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So just imagine if you're on a sunny day, and just imagine if you go at the back and you could play baseball, for the rest of the day,
Sure.
with your cousins and your family and all that,
Yeah. That sounds fun. That sounds really fun. One of the things that, being in a winter type place, usually we would open presents Christmas morning. We might have a meal. We don't. Well, in our house we don't do a big meal because we do it the Christmas Eve. But then, for whatever reason, Christmas Day is one of the biggest movie going days of the year in the United States.
Oh, is it?
Yes. So because you get up, you open presents, and then most people have their meals early, and then what? Sometimes you're there with family that someone you'd like to talk to.
That surprises me. Like,
but people go out to movies. Yeah,
movies on Christmas.
It's huge. It's the biggest movie day of the year for people going. And that's
damn.
Usually, like in our house, we'll on Christmas Day we always watch Christmas Vacation. I don't know if you've seen that movie, but that's kind of the tradition in our house.
Is that the Johnny Chase? Oh,
Chevy
Chase.
Yeah, Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase.
Yeah, so we always do that. But I think this year since my son came in from Denver, we're going to go out to a movie. So yeah. By the way, just so I'm for the people waiting, Sydney, I see you are next, and then I see James Collins.
Oh yeah, get rid of me. But so what do you guys call Boxing Day? We call it's the day after Christmas in Australia. We call it Boxing Day. It's a public holiday. What do you guys do on Boxing Day, or whatever you call it?
We don't in the United States. It's the Canadians do it, but we don't.
Right.
And
okay.
And I've never understood Boxing Day, but usually now, well, let me see. Because if your tradition is the same as Canadians' traditions, because they might be a little different, what do you do on Boxing Day?
Well, there's a big. All right, like I said again, you won't understand, but there's always a big cricket game on in Australia, and it's always played in Melbourne. You know, that communist state. It's always played there, massive stadium.
Sure.
And people either sit down, they just chill out from the day before, or basically a couple of weeks before. You know, the crazy Christmas period. Chill out with friends and family and just have a beer, and that's about it. You know, it's a public holiday.
But what is Boxing Day in Australia?
Oh, I actually Googled this once, right? And I had to Google it. It's actually from an old English thing. It's basically, you know, back in the day when all the English people had their servants and things like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, and basically the next day after Christmas, they gave them cheap presents, wrapped in boxes, obviously. You know, boxing. You know, presents come in boxes, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
Called Boxing Day.
So it would be the day that they gave presents to the servants.
Yeah, they gave it to the day after. You know, it wasn't on the because that day they would have been serving them on Christmas Day. You know what I mean?
Sure. Okay. Fascinating.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Thank you,
That's
Scotty.
basically the short terms naming of the you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, sure. Okay. Thank you, Scotty Dubs, sponsor the show, who says my family's Christmas tradition is going bowling. Oh, we did that one year too. That's fun.
That does sound good. I love bowling. Who doesn't love bowling?
And especially if you're in the States or if you're in Canada, indoor activity is sometimes much better than an outdoor activity.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, but bowling works any time of the year, doesn't it? Doesn't matter where you are. Bowling's good.
Sure. So, Lexi says Boxing Day is when the servants get the day off for their own Christmas. That's fascinating. I suppose that tradition, though, coming because the aristocratic class was the leadership class, and so they would have Christmas, and then all the servants would have to be working for them. So then Boxing Day would be the servants' day to do it. I get it now. And now it's Hangover and Leftovers Day, Lexi says.
Oh, in Australia, anyway. I don't know about the rest of the world.
Well, she's in Canada, and that's what she says, too. So there you go. Sounds good to me. And this year with Christmas being on a Saturday, there's a good chance that I will be celebrating Boxing Day in that very same way. So there you go.
That's one great thing about this year, because Christmas on a Saturday and Boxing Day's on a Sunday, we get Monday's also a public holiday.
Right, man. Okay.
Because it falls on the weekend, if you know what I mean.
Yes, nice.
Yeah, so it's a free day.
Well,
no, I just wanted to say Merry Christmas and everything, man. I hope you have a great Christmas and New Year's Eve period.
Well, thank you so much. Same to you, and you have to get some sleep so you can get up and be ready to swing that bat.
Oh, I'll be swinging, don't you worry.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much. Thanks for your support over the years. I really appreciate it.
Ciao, mate. Ciao.
All right, brother. Take it easy. All right. So thank you to Richo. Sydney, you're up next, and then James Colley after that. What was I going to? It was something in the chat that I was going to say too. Boxing Day. Oh, Boxing Day, the day the servants fight kangaroos for prizes. AD, you're funny. Also, good morning, by the way, good morning, Lexi and Jen T and Duck Dog and People's Front of Canada, who I didn't see, and Lord Stanhope and Scotty Dubs. And Scotty Dubs, again, thank you so much for sponsoring the show. All right, so we're on the open mic, we're talking things you do on Christmas, or the list. Have we made a list of foods yet? I saw someone said bacon wrapped water chestnuts. That sounds really good. Still listing foods. I was going to put your top shrimp cocktail. Yep, I got that. Pork is the meat of kings. Swedish meatballs. Oh, Scotty Dubs, where do you live? You must live somewhere in either the north part of the United States or in Canada, because Swedish meatballs are big here in Minnesota too. Reese, Malta, and Swedish Christmas bread. Interesting. Kapusnika. I'm not sure what that is. Kapusnika, can't have Christmas without Christmas. Oh, that's a Christmas soup. Okay, cool. All right, sounds good. Now that I'm scrolling back and seeing this, don't forget the neon red cherries on the ham. Yeah, I've never been a ham person on Christmas. It's always been either a turkey or beef, or or turkey and ham when I was growing up. Like if we had a big celebration of the Johnson family where we'd have a lot of people over, we'd do both. But then we kind of graduated to prime rib. So, all right, real quick, let's take another open mic person here, and now it's my friend Sydney. Sydney, how are you?
Good.
Merry Christmas.
You too.
Hey, are you excited for Christmas tomorrow?
Yes.
So, what? Okay, I had a question for you, and I can't remember what it was. Oh, I remember. So, what would be the favorite thing that you would want to get for Christmas this year?
I don't know.
You don't know? Is there anything can you name one thing that you would like? Maybe.
I don't know.
Okay, well that's okay. So now the other question I have is, are you going to have a big Christmas meal tonight, or do you do it on Christmas Day?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. And does your whole family get together, or or do you have like any brothers and sisters that you might see at Christmas or anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so tomorrow, do you get up and open presents first, or do you wait till after like a big Christmas meal?
Meal.
You do a meal first, and then okay, cool. Well, so are you going to have a lot of family with you this year?
Nope.
No, just a couple?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope that you have a wonderful Christmas, Sydney, and I'm so glad you came on it today. It's good to hear from you. I haven't heard from you in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, you have a wonderful Christmas day, and I look forward to hearing from you again.
See you next Friday.
Next time or next Friday? Yeah, I probably will do this next Friday. So, because on New Year's Eve, I will do this again. So, yeah, I'll hear from you next Friday. You have a great week, okay?
You too.
All right. Bye-bye, Sydney.
Bye.
All right. Good to have Sydney drop in. And let's see. So now let's change the topic. Okay. Now we're going to talk about, wait a minute. Thomas Cleaver, a Merry Christmas to all and to all. No, I'm not going to say that. Okay. Now, James Collins is going to be on next, but before that, let's have a new topic. We're going to, between 1 and 3 of your favorite Christmas songs that you like to hear at Christmas. And then after that, we're going to do your 3 least favorite Christmas songs that you cannot stand hearing at Christmas time. But while you're typing that in, let's bring on James Colley. Good morning, sir.
Okay, since you already changed the topics.
Oh, well, you don't have to. You can talk about whatever you want to on open mic.
Oh, okay. I was going to say my 3 worst absolutely hate Christmas songs.
Okay.
First and foremost, Mariah Carey song.
Oh my gosh, I cannot stand that one.
It is overplayed garbage. I'm sorry.
I'm 100% with you. I cringe every time I hear it because every time you walk in like a convenience store, that damn song's playing, and I'm just like, oh, please don't.
You can't pick up a rock and hit a hobo anymore without hearing that damn song. I bet you if you hit the damn hobo, he'll start singing it. But anywho.
Okay, yeah. You said you had. Oh, that's just one of the ones.
Oh, that's the first and foremost. I think a lot of people hate that song.
Yeah.
Just because of the frequency it's played. Then you got the 12 Days of Christmas, the original one.
Uh-huh. Just because it's too long?
No.
No.
It's all about birds.
Is it? Oh, I suppose it is, isn't it? French hens, 2 turtle doves, partridge in pear tree. Well, there's
up until you get to like
lords
the
leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids of milking, 7 swans, 6 geese. Okay, because 7. Yeah, it's after you. Once you get past swans, then if you think about it though, is it 9 ladies dancing, 8 lords leaping?
Mm-hmm.
So 9 ladies dancing. That's still about birds.
8 maids of milking, 7 swans swimming.
8 maids of milking. Yep, that's still about birds.
Yeah.
If you're,
but anywho, absolutely hate it.
Okay.
It's all about birds. You end up with like over 1,000 birds by the time the damn song's over with.
Well, then what you do is you ask Santa for a shotgun and you go hunting.
Yeah, but overall that song gets foul.
Okay.
Yeah, see what I did?
Yes, I did.
I know. Bad pun. Let's see, what else do I have?
I see.
I guess we can.
Santa Baby's in the chat. Lexi says Santa Baby.
Oh no, that's kind of a hot song, when you're with your significant other in the beginning and it's your first Christmas together.
Yeah. Well,
that's kind of a hot song.
And
it really is.
Who sang that originally? Is that wasn't like a Marilyn Monroe thing, was it? Because I can't listen to the Madonna version of that one. And like Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. She has Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Like Bing Crosby singing Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
I love that version. I really do.
Yeah. So I'm
Lexi,
you're killing me with your choices here there, Lexi.
But they did the song what made that Santa Baby hot for me was they were doing a Victoria's Secret's commercial, and it had what's her face, Sarah Michelle Gellar on it. That made it hot.
Okay.
We'll leave it at that.
That's funny. By the way, good morning. I was saying real quick, good morning, Black Hebrew Israelites.
That's right.
And somebody else just popped in I didn't see earlier. Oh, Sydney's here. Hi again, Sydney. I'm saying hi again. Okay, the third one.
Oh no, I mean, it's a toss-up with the third one.
I got one for you. Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time, Paul McCartney and Wings.
I actually kind of like that one. I do. It's still upbeat. It's, it's a little 80s, but
yeah, it's just so it has a repetitive thing to it. Like all songs are repetitive, but something about it just, I don't know. That song drives me nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Zach,
I can understand that. It's not one of my top 10 favorites.
Yeah.
But let's see. I really I don't like the dreary Christmas songs.
Yeah.
I really don't. Like what was it? I'm trying to think. A couple of them will come to my head here shortly.
Like the Christmas song?
Like Old Christmas Tree, it's just so slow, and it's like,
But do you, like,
We're mourning the loss of a Christmas tree.
but how about like the Christmas song, Mel Torme's, you know, chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Yeah,
Jack
stuff like that.
Frost
I can handle.
I love like hearing Nat King Cole's version of that. That is perfect. Perfect.
Oh
version,
yes.
you know. And I've actually heard a version of Mel Torme did that's fantastic. I mean, he wrote it, obviously, but I love hearing Nat King Cole's version of that. I don't know. I'm trying to think of other ones. There's a lot of you know, part of it is, so the songs that I mentioned are ones that are contemporary artists coming up with some new song, and that's but if you think about it, the songs that I like were contemporary artists of another era coming up with a new song. So it's like, you know, it's hard to, you know, maybe it's just me. Cause like their kids did, like my son's friends, especially the girls, love Mariah Carey singing All I Want for Christmas Is You. And to them, it's a song from a contemporary artist from another time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
but honestly, Mariah Carey has always been a little overrated. I mean, she has a great voice that could cut glass. You know what I mean?
Yes. Well, especially when
she has a hell of a range, but I just could never really get behind it.
But like her first song when she came out, Someday, when she went up into that upper octave stuff she kept doing, you know? And it was novel, and it was kind of cool hearing people who were able to do that, and she could control it really good. Kind of like, do you remember Minnie Riperton that did that? Love in you, it's easy.
Oh yes,
beautiful. And then she did that really high. That's what, and so that Mariah Carey is like the first singer that I can remember, or only one that I can remember that could do that too, you know. And it was kind of cool at first, but then she just, the problem for Mariah Carey, is she came after Whitney Houston, and she could not keep up.
Exactly.
You know, in my mind. So that is part of it. So, real quick, thank you, Black Hebrew Israelite, for sponsoring the show on YouTube Super Chat, who says, I love Baby It's Cold Outside, about a dude getting laid on Christmas.
That's right.
Oh, here, let me find
You know, I don't like the controversy that people are making about that song now, but
well, you know, what's
other
funny?
than that, I've never really thought about it.
And it's not really that. If you think about it, here, let me find the lyrics here. Okay. It's actually an innocent song. But because the way Dean Martin, and I can't remember who he sang it with, it became kind of a, you know,
tongue-in-cheek song.
Yeah, tongue-in-cheek, you know. Come on, baby. Stay in, you know. But yeah, it's now they consider it a, you know, what do they call it?
Rapey song.
Coercion rapey song, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. I'm trying to catch other ones in the chat.
Misogynist.
Oh, fun fact. Away in a Manger is sung to a different tune in America and the UK. Oh, I did not know that. Okay, Lexi, out of curiosity, do they sing it in Canada? Do they sing it the American version or the UK version? You can just answer that in the chat.
Well, in Canada, every now and again they stop and go, "A."
Away in a manger, no crib for a bed, eh?
Yeah, there you go.
Little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head, eh? Is that true, Lexi? Any Canadians? Is that true? Is that how you do that? Like, just throw an A in between each verse? Where's? Oh, here we go. Baby, a cold outside lyrics. Okay, here it is. Lyrics right here. I really can't stay, baby. It's cold outside. I mean, I've got to go away, baby. It's cold outside. The evening's been hoping that you drop in. Oh, wait a minute. He just wants her to hang around and chill. Plus, it's dangerous driving home in that blizzard, so he wants her to chill. And
Exactly. He's thinking about your safety.
It's up to your
if you
knees
get out in the
there.
car.
Well, there's a line here, baby. I've got to get home, but baby, you'd freeze out there. Say, lend me a coat. It's up to your knees out there. Which instead of, well, you could change that knees line. But anyway, I'm not going to go into that. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's 50s chivalry versus 2020's BS logic.
Yeah. Oh, Lexi, you're a Brit in America. I thought you were in Canada. Maybe I'm... Because didn't you do Canadian dollars? Which is like... Okay. You did Canadian dollars. I'm confused. Plenty of A's, a whole lot of sorries, and a 6-pack of Molson. I used to love me some Molson when I was a young drinker. That was, getting a 12-pack of Molson was kind of a big deal back in my college days. But then I graduated to American craft beers.
I think the closest to craft beer I ever get is like the Angry Orchard, like the ciders, the hard ciders.
Lady Boomer and I toured a really, really cool cidery that's about 40 miles from here this last summer. And they had like all these different varieties of hard ciders, which I'm like, wait a minute, there's varieties of hard ciders?
Sign me up. Sounds like a day drinking event.
Yeah, so all right, let's see. I'm not seeing any more songs in this. Okay, so we're doing worst Christmas songs right now, people. And we've kind of done that. Maybe we should move on to best Christmas songs.
All the parodies. Love the parodies.
All the parodies. Think of
like what? Walking around in women's underwear.
What?
Have you ever heard of that one?
Wait a minute.
Oh yeah, it's funny.
Oh, is that's To Walk in a Winter Wonderland?
Yeah, exactly. It's a parody of that.
Walking
around in women's underwear.
Here it is. Walking around in women's underwear. We're gonna find the lyrics here. By Bob Rivers. I want the lyric. Here we go.
He does a lot of parodies.
Okay, here we go. Lazy things the wife is missing. Didn't ask for her permission. I'm wearing her clothes, her silk pantyhose.
Walking around in women's underwear.
In the store, there's a teddy with little straps like spaghetti. It holds me so tight, like handcuffs at night. Walking around in women's underwear. In the office, there's a guy named Melvin.
Who pretends that I am Murphy Brown.
He says, "Are you ready?" I'll say, "Whoa, man.
Whoa, man.
Let's wait until the wife is out of town.
Later on, if you wanna.
We can dress like Madonna. Put on some eye shade and join the parade. Walking around in women's underwear.
Yeah, it's a cute song.
That's fantastic.
I love the parodies. I do.
That's pretty funny.
And then the South Park Christmas songs, you cannot beat those.
Oh, they're funny too,
but they're more. Hey, I really like Mr. Garrison's Christmas song.
Well, let's look that up. Mr. Garrison's Christmas song.
It's what is it? I travel around the world and say, It's Merry Effing Christmas to You, is
Oh,
what it
okay.
is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I can play that one though.
No, probably not.
I'll get in trouble.
But to round out that list, and it's also a parody. But well, you could count all the parodies together, I guess. But they're much better than the originals, in my opinion, in every shape, way, and form, because everybody gets tired of the originals. And I think Christmas should be full of laughter, joy, and all that good stuff. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And at the end of the day, it's for the kids. You got to have something for the adults.
and Merry fucking Christmas is the perfect song for the adults.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's just politically enough.
Oh my gosh. I just Abacus Diably. Chipmunks roasting on an open fire. I've never heard anyone change that line.
Exactly.
Because that's one of those ones that that could be on a worst and best list. The Chipmunks what's that song?
Oh, Chipmunks Christmas song is great.
Christmas time is here. Time for joy and light here. Oh, good Lord.
I remember the old version where they actually sang it.
Yeah.
Then Alvin would pop out from behind Dave and go, and I still want my hula hoop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Not the when they brought back the Chipmunks in the 80s, but I guess it was 70s.
Was it that long ago? Yeah, I suppose
60s?
it was. Yeah, because that's old Disney stuff. Oh no,
Yeah.
it's not. No, that's not Disney stuff.
It's not even Merry Melodies, is it?
No, it's but Disney had their own similar road. Chip and Dale. Remember Chip and Dale?
Yeah.
which is you worry what the contemporary version of Chip and Dale would be. They probably wore bow ties and black stretch pants, but Chip and Dale, they were chipmunks that Disney had.
Yeah, in the late 80s, they brought them back on a 30-minute show, cartoon called Rescue Rangers.
Oh, did they? Was that
Oh,
Chip
yeah,
and Dale
it was really cute.
Was that Chip and Dale or the Chipmunks?
It was Chip and Dale.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
Rescue Rangers.
See,
I remember that. I was like in high school or going to college by then, but I remember they brought that back.
Yeah, it was pretty cute, you know. So, I was in there with Disney had revamped a lot of things. That's how you got Darkwing Duck, DuckTales, Tailspin, which was Blue and all them from the Jungle Book characters. Yeah.
Oh, Jaeger Pony mentions the Trans-Siberian Orchestra Christmas stuff is really good. Yes, it is. You know what?
Oh, yeah.
You know who else I like is I love Mannheim Steamrollers Christmas stuff too. I kind of grew up on that stuff because they're from Omaha, and so we would go see them in concert at least once or twice a year. And but when they came out with their Christmas stuff, that really blew them up because not only did it got a lot of airplay, and also like Rush Limbaugh like glommed onto it and really promoted it big time, and so they grew so huge. But really like that.
I had a chance to see Trans-Siberian Orchestra in like September of one year.
Oh, really?
And I couldn't do it. I could not bring myself to see them.
Oh, really?
Not in September. They're more of a Christmas time thing, and you cannot have Christmas before Thanksgiving. Give the turkey its day. You know what I mean?
Unless you're walking in any department store after Halloween.
Right. So yeah.
So real quick, one of the things I wanted when anyone comes on is what's your big Christmas thing that you do kind of traditionally in your family or in where you live? Like, is there anything like what's your Christmas plan?
Our Christmas is sort of different because now we just have my nephews and nieces are all grown.
Mm-hmm.
We have one autistic, and I have an autistic nephew, so he still gets toys and stuff because he's just that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we get for him. We get for the youngest child, or the youngest children, which my sister has a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old, and she's 42.
Okay.
And she is silver haired, which is kind of funny because she has more gray hair than I do or my mother does.
Well, because she had a 2 and 3-year-old at one point. That's why.
Yeah.
That'll do it real
After
quick.
after she raised her 2 oldest are one's 24 and the other one just turned 16.
Oh wow! So she's got a long haul in there.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That's a special kind of hell.
Oh my gosh! So let's see, 2, 4. Is 16 a boy or girl?
The two oldest are girls.
Oh my gosh! So she had a 2 and a 3-year-old when the 16-year-old was 13, which is the hardest time for girls. Plus a 2 and a 3-year-old at the same time. Oh my God! Now I know. That's why she has gray hair.
Mm-hmm. It's a special kind of hell.
That's why she had gray hair. That would be brutal. Girls are so awful when they're 13. I'm just saying. I mean, I love my daughter, but she and all of her friends were awful when they were 13. And then about a year and a half later, they were all fine again. But 13 sucks for girls.
No, girls are never all right after they turn 13. They're never all right after that. That's when the Mother Nature says,
"No, I know.
Here's Pandora's box. Open
it." But they settle down after a couple of years, though. They do. I mean, at least mine did. You know,
when
I was very fortunate, I guess.
No, I mean, I'm okay. I look at my niece, and my niece, she's out there, but in a kind of nerdy, weird way, and I love her for it. I really do. She has Tourette's, and I love her Tourette's. Her Tourette's is just awesome because she doesn't have the typical vulgarities that come with it. She'll chirp, or she'll just sit there and she'll have certain little tics she has. But anywho, but she works around it, and she's on medication and stuff like that helps calm some of that down. But overall, she's wonderful. You know, she's pretty laid back, chill, and isn't the girly girl kind. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So she's good with that. But I also look at, in general, at girls versus dating and all that, and go, oh no, they're never okay after 13. You know, because they don't calm down. They just get strange.
So now, I'm gonna move on now since we did. Let's see, we did food. We did worst song and best songs, although we didn't get a whole lot of either of those. If you have any best or worst songs in the chat, feel free. But I want to move on to Christmas movies. I was listening to someone talk about Christmas movies this morning, and see, I'm one of those. I love Christmas Vacation, and we watch that every year. That's why, in fact, I'm wearing the Griswold family Christmas sweatshirt right now, which is the official Christmas Eve wear of the PDawgKnight family, and but I like the older ones. I like Miracle on 34th Street and It's a Wonderful Life. But some people have some different ideas about Christmas movies. So tell me one or two of your favorite Christmas movies.
Oh, Christmas movies? Well, for me, if we're going to be cheeky about it, you can't talk about Christmas without including a Lethal Weapon and Die Hard.
Those are some of those that everyone talks about.
Yeah.
Oh, Muppet.
I mean, that's just being cheeky, but honest to goodness, real Christmas movies.
All right,
I like
wait,
Miracles on 34th Street.
Stop. What do you mean by real Christmas movies? Those are real
I
Christmas
mean,
movies.
the ones that are actually centered around Christmas, like Miracle on 34th Street, It's a Wonderful Life, stuff like that, you know. Anything that you would find on the Hallmark Channel from September up until January, March.
Sure. A couple here mentioned Muppets Christmas Carols in the chat. Lexi, that's a good one. Christmas Story, that's a great Christmas movie. Love that one. I don't even mind Home Alone. Gremlins is one.
Gremlins was great.
Gremlins, that's a great movie too.
Yeah.
I first saw that. It was supposed to be scary. I laughed through the entire movie.
Oh yeah.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh,
Richard. Yeah, I mean that's a typical '80s Christmas movie. Yeah, you know, we were built different than the kids nowadays. Kids nowadays would think it was scary.
Yeah,
I think. Let's see.
Richo says Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. What's wrong with you?
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
What's wrong with you, Richo? Come on, man. It's a Christmas movie.
So was Lethal Weapon.
Yes, it was. Yep. He was buying Christmas trees in that movie. Ernest Saves Christmas. I have never seen that. Jaeger Pody.
Oh, Ernest Saves Christmas is great.
I've never seen
it. It's pretty good. You got it. Are you not a fan of Ernest?
No, I think he's funny. I just didn't see that one. I mean,
okay.
Okay. When I say he's funny, he's funny kind of the way Adam Sandler is funny in his own very unique way.
And in small doses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Animaniacs Wacko's Wish was a good Christmas movie. That's got to be a kid's movie.
The Animaniacs came out around the same time as all the other cartoons that I mentioned earlier about when Disney did all the revamp.
Oh, yeah.
They were with Tiny Toon Adventures. Then you had the Animaniacs.
Okay.
That's where you got Pinky and the Brain and all that.
Yeah, see, I was far into adulthood by the time I saw that, and my kids were not old enough yet.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't really see those. What's the one? Let's see, film with Dudley Moore. Not Arthur. Was Arthur?
No, it was actually Santa Claus. That was the name of it, Santa Claus.
Oh, the Santa Claus, right?
No, it was called Santa Claus.
No, oh, okay. No, the Santa Claus was Tim Allen.
Tim Allen.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the one about the exploding candy canes.
I haven't seen that one either. Someone says
that was the one with Dudley Moore.
8 Crazy Nights. Which is that?
It's the Hanukkah Christmas, or it's the Hanukkah movie. It's Adam Sandler. It's animated.
Oh, okay.
Basically, it's nice. You know, I don't think it has much to do with Hanukkah, but it's a Hanukkah-esque song or movie, which is probably about as close as you're going to get for the Jewish faith.
Oh, okay. Yeah, true. Oh, someone mentioned Elf too. I think that's the one.
I cannot stand that one.
Really? He's another one of those in small doses.
Very small doses.
Because it's kind of all the same, but Elf I did like a lot. I
There's really only one movie I really like him in.
which one?
It's called Stranger Than Fiction.
And that's one I haven't seen.
It's got him, Will Ferrell. Oh, damn it! I can see his face. I'm walking here.
Oh,
No, Tootsie.
the guy who played Rainbow and Tootsie, Dustin Hoffman.
Yes, and Emma Thompson
Okay, I haven't seen that.
and Queen Latifah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's in it.
I have to think about which movie. Oh, I think I know what movie you're talking about.
Yeah, it was Dustin Hoffman.
Wait a minute, Santa Claus Conquers the Martians? Is that a real movie?
That would be a cool movie. I'd have to see it.
I've never seen that one.
But
Because I think that would be funny if you had a movie like if you had the Martians from like Mars Attacks and having Santa Claus having to fight those Martians. Wouldn't that be an awesome movie?
oh, that would just be awesome.
What a concept that would be. Because
yeah.
Gosh, that movie was so dark.
Mm-hmm.
But it was that would be a good movie. Santa Claus.
And I still like the claymation Christmas movies myself. You know, like the Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Oh, yeah.
Or I mean, or wait, no, what was it? Rudolph, and then you had Frosty the Snowman and all them, the claymation ones.
There'd be that week where they'd be on night after night. You'd get that,
Mhm.
and you'd have Charlie Brown Christmas, and for some reason they'd mix in the Wizard of Oz somewhere in there, even though that's not a Christmas movie.
I thought they did that like around Easter or so.
Oh, maybe it was. Yeah, it was more closer to a tornado season. Gosh, I'm trying to think of what other good Christmas. Oh, I know a lot of people like Love Actually too, which I have not seen that either. So
I'm trying to think of some other good Christmas movies that are more modern that I like. Oh, here's a good question for you.
what's that?
It's a Wonderful Life. Jimmy Stewart or the one with the chick?
It's a Wonderful Life. What do you mean? What, the one with the chick? Can you narrow
Yeah.
that down? Jimmy Stewart is It's a
See?
Wonderful Life, right?
Yeah,
And
Jimmy
isn't
Stewart
it-
did
oh,
it.
isn't
It's a Wonderful
is,
Life.
Is that a young Barbara Stanwyck with him? I can't remember.
I can't. I'm not sure.
Okay, let me look this up. It's a Wonderful Life. It's it's 1946. Oh no, it's Donna Reed. James Stewart and Donna Reed.
Hmm.
And then
Makes sense.
and then Lionel Barrymore. That's it's Drew Barrymore's great
Dad.
it's not her dad. It's her great uncle. It's like because her grandfather is John Barrymore.
Oh,
Her
okay.
grandfather's John Barrymore. That's John Barrymore's brother is Lionel Barrymore. I think he played the banker or something like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I just think that's a great classic movie. Although it's it's funny. It's so hard for like anyone younger than or excuse me, anyone born after like 1990 to watch movies in black and white. Which I was started on black and white TV, so weird. But
I think that when your parents bring up black and white films and make you watch it as a kid, you kind of, all the Marx Brothers movies were black and white.
true.
And
Or Three Stooges.
yeah, them too. And my mother actually made me sit down. She says, yes, it's black and white. And yes, you're going to watch at least 10 minutes of it.
Yeah. What was the movie? There was not too long ago. It was with Bruce Willis was in it, and that they didn't. They did in black and white, except they did like streaks of red throughout the movie, like lipstick and things like that. something city.
Sin City.
Sin City, yeah.
Sin City was awesome.
Yeah, that's a movie I still haven't seen, but it looks like it was like a really cool movie.
It's noir. It's are very artistic.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good movie. It really is, and it actually has a good story behind it. Now, the second Sin City, it doesn't make a lot of sense unless you go through with if he was to put it together the way it was supposed to be, because what they did was with the Sin City graphic novel, they took a few stories out and put it in the movie. For the second one, they took a few more stories out and put it in the second movie. So the timeline kind of gets screwed up in places between the first movie and the second movie, which kind of throws you for a loop.
Huh. Well, I still need to go see the first one, but so well, all right. And then I'm trying to think what other Christmas lists we could come up with. So,
Christmas drinking games.
Or favorite Christmas cocktail.
Ooh, that is a good one.
Okay, there you go, chat. Here's your favorite Christmas cocktail, which I actually have one, and we don't have a name for it, but you take like 3/4 ounce of vodka, Bailey's, and Frangelico, and you just shake it over ice like a martini and drink it out of a martini glass. Delicious. That's in fact
sounds good.
That's our traditional one.
What I like to do is I'd like to take a little bit of Bailey's, mix it in with my hot chocolate, and then throw a peppermint stick in there.
Oh, nice.
It's a nice adult hot chocolate.
Could even do a dash of
Kahlua.
Well, I was thinking more like peppermint schnapps or something cinnamon, even like a what's the Jack Daniel's Fire? That would be interesting. But Kahlua too.
That could be.
Yeah. In fact, I did. What was it the other day that I had? I had something left over. Oh, I had some of that. I've had some peanut butter whiskey left over, and I did that. Was just mix that with Kahlua in a snifter, and it was surprisingly good. But
peanut butter whiskey.
Yeah, what's it called? What the hell is it called? Let's see.
The best name that I can come up with is Carver's, but that's.
Oh no, it's not Screwball. Was it Screwball? Oh, because I spelled peanut wrong. That's weird. Yeah, Screwball. That's the one. Oh my gosh, not what did I do there? EA.
PEA.
Screwball is the kind that we had. It's actually the concept when I first heard it was I'm like, no, no, can't do it. And then someone like, no, you got to try it. It's really good. So it happened to be sampling at whole, or what is it? Total Wine and Liquor. They were sampling it there, and I'm like, okay, I'll try it. I'm like, oh, this shit's good. It was really good.
Really? Does it have like a peanut butter taste to it?
It does. It really does. But it's a mild peanut butter taste, but it is actually very good. Again, like I said, I don't know what gave me the idea of mixing it with Kahlua, but just mix it with Kahlua, stir it, drinking it out of a snifter, and it was pretty damn good.
Well, you know, if you like a Reese's peanut butter cups,
Had that
And
had that
Kahlua actually has kind of a chocolate feel to it itself.
yeah, chocolate coffee. But so yeah, they were very complimentary, and it was very
Oh
tasty.
yeah.
Who was? Let's see. Someone said an espresso martini. That actually sounds good.
That does. That does.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Here's one for the chat because I know this is controversial. In the chat, here's just all you got to say yes or no. And if you want to embellish on a version you like or don't like, you can let me know. But chat, eggnog, yes or no. I know how controversial this is because some people can't stand eggnog and some people love eggnog. It's going to take a little bit because it takes about 30 seconds. So,
Yeah.
We used to drink eggnog a lot when I was growing up. You just the kind they buy at the store. It's really thick or whatever. And then there was a couple times where we had recipes to make our own. It was never the same. But I didn't, when you're a kid, you don't drink it with booze in it, but then your parents, they throw some brandy or bourbon in it, and they loved it. But then they're like, oh, why are they enjoying the eggnog so much? I'm like, well, wow, lots of no's on the eggnog. Wow, I actually like eggnog.
Well, see, eggnog by itself is just, it's thick, it tastes weird.
Yeah.
I can understand that, but you would need the alcohol to thin it down and make it, hey.
Right.
And if it's strong enough, after the first one, it's like, sort of like your first hit of straight liquor.
Sure. Oh yeah.
After that, the throat's numb and everything tastes better anyway.
True. So, well, gang, and James, thank you so much for coming on. I'm gonna close it down because I just realized what time it is. And I still have to go to the store, and I should probably take a nap since I've been up all night. But hey, thank you for joining me, man. I always enjoy talking to you. And
I enjoy talking with you too. It is awesome.
Yeah,
we have a similar mindset, and I enjoy that.
Definitely. So,
and Merry Christmas to you and yours, and may you have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. I really hope so.
Thank you. I wish
and everyone in chat as well.
All right, man. Well, thanks again. All right, all right, you have a good day. All right, I'm gonna close this while I got it open. And so, gang, it's that time for me to say goodbye. So I want to just thank you all for joining us today on the show. Thank you to all the sponsors today. There's a whole bunch of them today. Tazzy, Retro Veteran Gamer, Cigar Chopping Penguin, Thomas Cleaver, and Scotty Dubs and Black Hebrew Israelite.
That's right.
And I hope everyone has a wonderful Christmas, or have a wonderful day today. Hopefully you're, lots of no's to the eggnogs. But here's the other one. And here's the last question of the day. And we'll wrap it up with this. Shopping today, yes or no? See how many people still have last minute things to get. The only shopping I'm doing is going to a grocery store because I forgot to get some sour cream. And I also need, I need some actually cream cheese for one of the dips that my wife made. But shopping today, yes or no? Wait, not a real background. Oh, in the room here, this room. Is that the background you're talking about? Okay, so shopping day is no. I got no. James Colley, select boy, yes. My shopping is not Christmas shopping. I just have to get some food, go buy some food, since the stores are not going to be open tomorrow, and I forgot to buy food to make for tomorrow. Although we're probably going to go out to eat tomorrow if we can. Always shop last minute, professional procrastinator. So anyway, gang, thank you so much for joining me today. And I hope everyone who is celebrating Christmas has a wonderful Christmas. I hope you have a great day today. I may stream in the morning. Who knows? I forgot that I was going to do the Christmas sing-along this morning, and I didn't do it. I had so much fun talking to people that I didn't get to do that. But thanks for everyone who called in. Thank you for those watching the show. Thanks for who sponsored the show. Throw a comment in the comment section if you're just dropping in and dropping out on a replay. And hit the like button before you go. Thank you so much. It's interesting. Like I said, this is the first Christmas after you lose a loved one is always a challenge. And sometimes just being able to go through your routine of the day and talk to people and do the things that you do helps a lot. And talking to all of you and the people who dropped in and listening to just watch people to chat is very special to me. And I enjoy doing it. I'm looking forward up in January. I'm coming up on my 3rd year anniversary of the show. We'll probably hit our 1,000th episode in the next year. And I have a lot to be thankful for. And so as much as I started doing this kind of for me, just because of my ego, it's become a labor of love that I really appreciate. Just all the stuff that you guys do and the encouragement that you give me, and wouldn't trade it for the world. So I absolutely wish all of you the merriest of Christmas if I don't stream tomorrow, and hope you all have looking forward to a new year with all of you doing this show. That's going to be it today, gang. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Dawg Knight. Oh, I will put links to those things in the description down below too. I'm Dawg Knight, and I'm out of here. Bye-bye.
Hey, this is Dawg Knight, and thanks for watching today on the Dawg Knight Channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cashapp, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm Dawg Knight, and I'm out of here.